Okay, so back with another one, y'all. This is the negatives of being a real estate agent. If you didn't see my previous video, this is the one tapping into how I'm feeling today. You know, I'm not really in a positive spirit, but I gotta pick myself back up. I just named some positive things that I love about being a real estate agent or a rentals agent, and now I'm digging in on the negatives. All right, like just confirming like the way I feel is like sometimes this is bullshit. Being an agent is hard. It's real hard. And you don't know when you're going to get your next paycheck or whatever, and you got rent and stuff depending on this, or just food in your belly, you know. And this can be very taxing, especially. I'm gonna go into all that right now, so just let you know. Yeah. So negatives of being an agent: always answering questions. So you're always being pressed and grilled about what you know, or this apartment, what it doesn't have, or can this be done to be fixed, or you know, some type of deal. You're always answering questions that like you kind of don't have the answer to, because again, sometimes these building managements are hard to get in contact with, and their advertisements are false. So you have to go to the units and actually see this yourself. So things might look good in the picture, or it might say one thing in the ad that you copied and paste or whatever, and it's not that. So you have to explain that, and you got to answer these questions and be on point with it. You can't like stutter or whatever, because again, if you're working on Facebook Marketplace, it's a lot of scammers and people that just don't know what they're doing, all right? So that could kill your deal. Like somebody just not feeling you, or feeling like you lied to them, or false advertised, or you just didn't do your due diligence. You just advertised the apartment and made them see something they didn't come for. So, yeah, you got to be careful with that too. But answering questions all the time and being constantly pressed and grilled as to what you know is very, very frustrating. And it could be a negative in your experience. So yeah. Not knowing if the client will like the apartment after you did so much to get in contact with the management and find everything in their criteria, they still might not like the apartment. You got them an elevator, you got them a laundry, you got them a nice building, you got them, I don't know, it has a gym, it has whatever, it has a pool and stuff like that, but they just might not take it. So you did all that work and it's basically for free. Like you just worked for free. Like even though you're sitting down at your little desk and making calls and doing what you got to do, that's a lot of work, man. You might as well have just ran to the Bronx and back to Brooklyn. Like that's a lot of work. So yeah, running around for free, man, and just not knowing if the client gonna like it, like that could be very, very annoying. Like, didn't you say you wanted this? Like, and then they go, oh, but I just seen another apartment that was kind of bigger than this, and it fit the criteria a little bit better. So why didn't you just take that one? Why you got set up this meeting with me just to like know you had something that you really liked, and that was your dream apartment or whatever? Why even come waste my time if you just found something? Like, so whatever you show them, they're not going to like, because they found that perfect spot, and they just want to see if they can find a more perfect spot, or I don't know, they're just unhappy for some reason. So clients could be real hard to deal with and hard to work with. So I don't know, if you need money, do not act like it, because again, if I act like I needed money or whatever, or if I was pressing them and urging them too much, it would just look like I just was in it for the money, or if I was a scam or something or whatever. But these people, they grill you and whatever, but when you grill them back, it kind of feels like you're a shark, and or it looks like you're a shark, or comes off as you're a shark, and that could be a negative. So yeah, so being grilled harshly and not being able to really grill back as harshly as you would like, because these people are potentially wasting your time. So yeah, that's the hard thing. Picky clients is you want to filter out all the picky like clients that want unrealistic things, but it's some picky clients that want realistic things, and they actually they actually been in Manhattan or seen these apartments, and they know what they expect, but they're really picky still, and they're just going from place to place, just picking out their perfect spot, even though they already seen the perfect spot. So not wasting your time, bro, with picky clients is a real hard one. Picking yourself up every day. So after you done did all that work or whatever, and you had about 2 or 3 clients like that, or where you found them a great apartment and they just didn't want it, or they just didn't take it, or they say, oh, maybe I'm not looking, maybe I was being too hasty, maybe I got time to December to decide, so thank you but no thank you, basically. And that is annoying when you have a few of those back to back, or you have a few deals that fell apart. The other day I had a deal, and I bought my client. First, I got on the phone with this guy and said, hey, I got a potential client that really likes this unit or this listing or whatever I said. And I was wondering, how do I get access to this apartment? And he let me know, hey, I'm having an open house today. You could come through with your client, just bring them through, no problem. So I bring my client through, and this man tells me, once I see him or whatever, because he don't sound how he looks, so I didn't know it was him, but I seen a whole bunch of keys. So I asked him, like, hey, are you the one that I spoke to during the open house or whatever? And he says, yeah. And he looks at my client, and he goes, this apartment's for our roommates. And I go, well, you didn't advertise it for roommates. You actually advertised it as a full apartment. And my client doesn't want a roommate. He wants a full apartment as you advertised. So he goes and he goes, all right, I got a virtual tour upstairs. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'll just do this real quick. I'll be back for y'all. I go, okay. Every time he says 1 minute, he made us wait out there like 15 minutes. So that got me super upset right there. And then as we go in, it's like 4 people going. I guess they're like 4 people together for one apartment and one room. They want to be roommates or whatever. Like, that's corny. People want full apartments. People don't want to be roommates. But anyway, he goes, hey, this is the apartment y'all wanted to see. I'm going to take them up, and I'll be back with you in 1 minute. So, bro, we down there like 20 minutes, no lie. Like, just looking at it, we know we wanted it. He looked and he loved the apartment. Loved it. He knew what he wanted. So, 20 minutes later, he comes down. We tell him we want to fill in the application. I knew it was too good to be true, because he said, hey, I'll just send you the application, and you'll get it filled out, and you'll send it back over to me. We get it through real easy, quick and easy. It was too easy. Too easy. So I knew it was something funny. So he said this about 2 o'clock, and I emailed him back again at 5 and again at 7. And he finally gets back to me at 10 o'clock at night saying, hey, sorry, but we got 3 deposits for that apartment already. Let me know if your client needs something else, or if he would like to see something similar. That is shady bullshit. Like, that's so shady, and things like that will break you down if you're not strong enough. You have to be strong, and you have to be willing to pick yourself up and do this thing, because nobody's sitting here telling you to start your own business. You did that yourself. So when it's nobody encouraging you or whatever, you have to be self-motivated to pick yourself up and say, yo, that was some bullshit, but no, I'm gonna keep going. And like, after you get done with like 3 of those, like 2 of those or whatever back to back, it could be very taxing. So you have to be good at picking yourself up. It's your business. You basically have no choice but to believe in yourself and believe in your business. And if you can't be self-motivated and self-driven and love yourself enough to fight and bleed for yours, you're not going to be successful, and it's just going to all crumble like dust. All right? So, yeah. Especially if you have no guidance. So a lot of times in this real estate game, we don't have guidance. They train us for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and they say, go out there and do your thing. Because, yeah, they did train us, and they taught us everything we need to know. But sometimes you need to be taught back to back to back, or whatever, however you get information. Some people are different. You know, it took me about one training. The next day I had a showing, and I was showing apartments the next day or whatever. But I didn't know it was so hard to get in contact with management and all this stuff, so I quit. Like 2 months later, I quit the first time, and that's why I'm back now. But yeah, that's why it's been like a month with me. Just I know what I'm doing already. I could tell y'all everything to do, but it's just me getting back acquainted in it, because I got in this business to help vouchers. Again, when I found out I couldn't help people with vouchers, I got out. I didn't care about it anymore. But having no guidance can be very taxing, so you have to be self-motivated, and you gotta go out there and go for yours regardless if somebody's watching you or not. You know, you just gotta be that self-motivated, working hard all the time type of agent, you know, even because nobody's going to be watching you. You're going to sit there frustrated by yourself majority of the time. And when you ask for help, they're going to tell you to do something that they already told you to do. So figure that out on your own. Yeah, so, and everything is so competitive. There's so many agents is out there trying to sell the same units as you trying to sell. A lot of times you go to view a apartment with two people, say it's two people together. You go to view the apartment, and before you could get out and go see another unit or whatever with your clients, there's like another agent or another two agents with their 3 or 2 clients or whatever. Like, it's competitive. I'm out the door and there's somebody else that's coming in, and you know, we got to get these. That's why you got to urge your clients. We got to get these applications in so we could beat off these other clients. We don't know how much they make. You might make 75. This person might make 200. You know, so it's very competitive, and like, I don't know. Sometimes that could make your anxiety go up because you don't know what these type of clients these people got, or just what they working with, and you know your client isn't in a rush to do nothing or whatever. He just kind of like the apartment, doesn't love it, but doesn't like it. So again, you did work for nothing because you see all this competition that's coming in that likes the apartment. Your client is still lollygagging over there. He don't know what he want. So that makes your anxiety go like through the roof, bro. So if you need money, do not act like it, because it'll make you quit right then and there and say, forget it, I'm gonna go get a job. Like, I did all this for nothing, and I could have been working right now, making $30 an hour these 4 hours, but I sat here and worked for no money at all. So that's a big thing that could turn your stomach. Another thing is you can be sued. So I touched over this before. You could be sued the littlest mistake, and you have to actually make sure you did everything right. You showed them the fair housing agreement. You showed them everything. You didn't force advertise anything. You let them know up front. You didn't make any discrimination or say no derogatory terms towards your client where they could say you did some funny stuff or discriminated or anything. You really have to be on point. You have to, if you're not used to running your own business and representing yourself and actually professional language and and just empathy for somebody else and their feelings, and just overall care for people. If you don't know how to care for people, you probably will be sued because you don't care for them. You're not looking over the documents correctly. You're not taking the time to use the proper wording when you're talking to this person. You're just all over the place. You might even let a curse or two slip out. Like, bro, you're going to get sued. Like, period. But, yeah, so you could be sued. So just cross your T's and dot your I's as best as you can, because it's hard out here. It's competitive. It's shady people. It's clients that don't know what they want. It's so many. Look, I just broke the pencil thinking about it. It's just so many things that could kill your deal or could make you quit. So, if you're still listening, please do not quit and just stick with it. And just pull the potential you didn't know you had out of yourself. Just pull it out of yourself. It's you don't know it's there, so you just got to keep going until you see it. You will see it, but you got to keep going after you get knocked down. You know, it's nobody that's seen their potential before they got knocked down. They had to get knocked down to know what was right or what was good for them. Because if everything just goes good all the time on smooth grass, when you hit a rough patch, that would be like the end of the world. All right, so you kind of got to do the tough things, so when the easy things come, you can do it no problem, fly through it. But I don't want to drag this video out too long, and I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all listening, and I hope y'all stayed to the end. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps a lot. I'll make some shorts on these videos, and yeah, thank you for listening. So, peace out.